everyone, my name is Hannah. Welcome to a new reading vlog. I literally just finished filming my outro clip for my last vlog and then just press record again so we could film an intro. I was in a little bit of a reading slump there for a while and I wasn't reading much, but I'm back into the swing of things. I just finished Accomplice to the Villain, which was a 5-star read for me, so I'm riding that high. And I'm currently reading The Gate of the Feral Gods by Matt Dinniman. So this is the 4th Dungeon Crawler Carl book. I'm reading it on my Kindle because my library hold for the physical book was up and there were people waiting for it, so I couldn't renew it, but it's on KU. So if you want to read this series and you have Kindle Unlimited, there you go. Also, if you have Kindle Unlimited, the audio is cheaper to like buy it if you add it to your Kindle Unlimited library, or just even if you just buy the Kindle version, I don't know, but the audiobook is the way to go because the narrator Jeff Hayes is amazing. But yeah, this is book 4. I'm on page 252, so I think I'm about halfway. I think it's a 500-page book. I don't know, let me click in and see. Oh, it says 44%, so I'm nearing halfway, not quite there. Something just went down in the last chapter that was like very intense, but yeah, I'm just really loving this series, so I just want to keep my momentum going. There's 7 books out currently, and the 8th book is planned to come out in June of next year, so I'll be picking that up when it comes out, so I'll be caught up by then for sure. But yeah, I've been reading that, and then I have some other reading plans that I'd like to share with you all. These are going to be all quick reads too because they're all graphic novels or manga. So the first one is Spy Family Volume 14. I just picked this up from my library. It's a short loan, I believe, because it just recently came out, and so they only let you, it must have come out in August. They only let you have it for a shorter period of time than like the typical month. But luckily, it won't take me that long to read this one because it's a manga. I just read volumes 11, 12, and 13 not that long ago over summer, and I just love this series so much, and I definitely want to continue as the volumes come out. So I put a hold on this as soon as I finished volume 13, and it just came in. So I'm going to pick this up before it comes due at my library. I also want to read volume 6 of Lore Olympus. I have been doing, well, I've done one recap video of the first 3 volumes, and I read volumes 4 and 5 in my last vlog, and I was planning to do a recap for volumes 4, 5, and 6, but so much happened in those last 2 volumes that I'm like, should I just do it for 2? Or should I read it? So I'm going to read like probably half of this and decide if it's too much to include in one video, too much like information, because a lot happens in these volumes. Otherwise, I'll read this one and then include it. I don't know. I want to read it though. I'm trying to reread the series. I've got 3 volumes left. I'm trying to reread those before the 9th volume comes out in October. And then Brandon, for my birthday, got me the Bob's Burgers graphic novel called Well Done. I didn't know that this existed. I hadn't heard of it, so I don't know when it came out. Let me see if it says when it came out. First printing. Is there a date? Not a date. Usually it says the year that it came out. I don't know, I guess not. Copyright date? Anyone? No? Is this the oh no, is this the 2nd volume? It says issue number 5 cover. So where's 1 through 4? I might have to go get those first. I don't know. I have to look into it. But Brandon found this at a rummage sale, and he was like, it's Hannah's favorite show. I gotta get it for her. So yeah, I was gonna read it, but now I'm like, is this the 2nd? Is this the 2nd volume? I'll have to do my research and find out. I was gonna read that, but now I might not be able to because I'll need to get the 1st volume. Anyways, besides The Gate of the Feral Gods, I almost smoked myself in the face with this Kindle charm. It's cute, but that would have hurt. Anyways, besides this one, my other priority for this vlog is what's in this package. So let's open it together. big reveal. It's In the Veins of the Drowning. Oh, this is pretty. In the Veins of the Drowning by Callie Cassidy. So I was gonna get this on Kindle, but it was $1 more expensive to get the physical copy of it. So I was like, I should do that, because if I don't like it, I could try to resell it and get some of my money back for only $1 extra. And if I do like it, then I'll probably want a physical copy of it. So yeah, it seemed like a win-win. So my friend Lachlan from Locke's Library, who you all know and love, recently read this one and has made the claim that it is the best book she's ever read / her favorite book of all time. Ever. Of all time. Not just like a favorite. Her favorite book of all time. The best book she's ever read. That is a huge claim. That is wild, okay? That is wild. So obviously my interest was piqued immediately when she said that. I was like, do you mean that? Or are you just saying that because you're so excited? Like, you know how sometimes you're like, oh, this is like my favorite book of all time. You know how some people say that? No. She's like, no, best book I've ever read. So immediately my interest was piqued. So all I know about this is that it's a siren romance, and that apparently the writing is amazing. Yeah, so basically all I know is that it's about a siren. And I'm just really, really interested in reading this one. And it's not super long. It's like, oh, there's even a book 2 sneak peek. I don't want to spoil. I just want to see the page. It's like 350 pages, okay? So we're going to be reading this one in this vlog as well. So Lachlan, if you're watching, this is for you, okay? I mean, it's for me too, because I want to read it, but she literally said in her vlog, like, if you love me at all, you'll need to read this book. So obviously I have to read it because I love her. So yeah, other than that, those are my reading plans. I don't know what else I will pick up or be able to pick up in this one. Obviously, being back at work full time, and then I have a baby who I'd prefer to spend my time with. So I haven't been able to read as much as I have in the past. So hopefully, I mean, I'm hoping that I can finish Gate of the Feral Gods, this one, for sure, Spy Family, and then maybe like one other novel. I just don't know what it would be. Something spookier, because I want this to be kind of like a spooky season vlog. If my library hold comes in for One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig, I might pick that up, because I absolutely adored The Night and the Moth by her. I tried reading One Dark Window, I think it was last year or 2 years ago, and I ended up DNFing it. I wasn't hating it, I just like wasn't connected, but I want to give it another shot because it's supposed to be like gothic, kind of. So yeah, that's kind of the mood. Maybe I'll pick up Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. That one's supposed to be pretty good. I don't know. I'm getting way far ahead of myself though, because these are top priority, and Spy Family. This is what I want to be reading. Ooh, thumbnail time. Okay. Anyways, all right, so that is going to be it for this intro. I will check back in when I have made more progress into Gate of the Feral Gods, or if I've started In the Veins of the Drowning. I'm really excited to start this one. So yes, I will see you in the next check-in. All right, hello everyone. I have some updates for you. So I did finish The Gate of the Feral Gods by Matt Dinniman, and I loved this one. It's hard to say if I liked it more than the last one, the Dungeon Anarchist Cookbook. I did really like that one. I think I gave it like 4.5 stars. That was my favorite one. But this one I feel like I liked as much. I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads, but it's probably more like a 4.5. But I didn't have any issues with it. So it's like, should I dock it half a star just because it didn't give me like the 5-star feeling, even though I had no issues with it? I loved every second. I didn't want to put it down. Like, that feels like a 5-star, even if I didn't get the 5-star feeling. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But yeah, I really loved this one. I am so excited to continue the series. It just gets more and more intense. Like, thinking back to the first book and like what was going on in that book was intense too, but like, I don't know, just the stakes are even higher, and now there's more side characters that are important that I really like, and I'm just like more connected to Carl and Princess Donut. I just love them. So I'm very excited to see what's going to happen in the next book, especially because now it's like more like political, I guess, because it's more like sticking it to the man, to the aliens that put them in this situation to begin with. Very much like in the Hunger Games, like the Hunger Games themselves are interesting, but when Katniss like fights back and like sticks it to the Capitol, that's when it's fun as well. That's kind of what's happening with Carl and Princess Donut, is like they're still in the dungeon, they're still fighting all these bosses, and all of this crazy stuff is going on, but now they're also like sticking it to the corporation, the alien corporation that created the dungeon in the first place. So absolutely loving that, and I'm excited to pick up the next book. And then I did also start In the Veins of the Drowning by Callie Cassidy. So this is a siren fantasy romance that my friend Lachlan like has recently read and has absolutely loved. She's giving it a glowing review, saying it's the best book she's ever read, favorite book of all time, like of all time, favorite book of all time. That is a huge statement. So of course my interest was immediately piqued when she said that. I was like, favorite book of all time? Like, do you mean that, or are you just like saying it because you're so excited? Because you know, sometimes you're like, oh, it's my favorite book of all time, but really you do have a favorite book of all time already, you know, kind of thing. She was like, no, it really is. So I immediately bought it, of course. Of course she said in her vlog too, like, if you love me at all, you'll read this book. So I love her to death. I gotta read it. And Lachlan also has a very good track record for when she is like absolutely obsessed with a book, and I'll pick it up because I'm so interested, because she's so like obsessed with it. Like Magnolia Parks. I would never have picked that book up if it wasn't for Lachlan. And yeah, I gave that book 5 stars. I love that series so much. I still need to continue it, but I love that series so much. But that was Lachlan gave it 5 stars, so I need to read it, and I gave it 5 stars. Manacled, probably never would have read that one if it wasn't for Lachlan. I know I wouldn't have read it if it wasn't for Lachlan. And that was like, she was saying like one of the best books she's ever read, or fanfics. That was my very first ever fanfic, but I never would have picked it up without Lachlan being obsessed with it. So she's got a good track record with being obsessed with a book, giving it 5 stars, me picking it up, and then also loving it. So this is a 5-star hopeful, and I am 38 pages in. I'm at the beginning of chapter 4, so I'm very much in the beginning, but I'm already really liking it. I like the main character, Imogen. She is a secret siren. She is kind of being not held captive, but a little bit, by this kind of evil king, Nemea, who hates sirens and is like slaughtering any sirens he can get his hands on. So he doesn't know that she actually is a siren, but he's very awful and abusive to her and toys with her a lot. She's his ward. She was the child of like this wealthy family, and when she became orphaned, he took her in, and basically to steal her fortune, essentially, to keep his kingdom running. And yeah, so she's been kind of held captive a little bit. Not held captive, but she doesn't really have any other options. And so she's in this like abusive situation, and she's supposed to be getting married to the captain of his guard. And she has been, I mean, obviously she's been a siren her whole life, but she's kept it a secret. And when she's like about to sleep with the captain, she can smell like the salt or like the brine on his skin, and it like makes her shift into a siren, which she's never done before. So she has wings and talons and stuff, and that's where we're at. So, but yeah, I'm really liking it. I really like the writing. I'm also listening to the audiobook for it, and I love the narrator. Anytime you get an English accent, I'm like, I like it even more. But the narrator does a really good job, and I feel like immersed when I'm listening to the audiobook. So I'm very excited to be reading this one. Also, it's blurbed by Rachel Gillig. It says, an absolute riptide of a book. And Rachel Gillig wrote one of my other 5-star reads this year, The Night and the Moth. I really, really loved that one. So that's exciting. But yeah, I'm really liking this, so I'm excited to continue that. It's like 350-ish pages, so it's not a super long fantasy romance, but I'm loving all of the like sea siren atmosphere, I guess. I haven't read a lot of siren romances. I think the only other siren fantasy romance that I read is Rhapsodic, because the main character, Callie, is a siren. But yeah, like I said, really liking that. And then I also need to get to Spy Family Volume 14 because it's a short loan and it's due this week. So I need to read this one. It should go by pretty quick though because it's a manga and I can usually read them in like a single sitting. So I'll be reading this one soon as well. I'll probably just read it and finish it and tell you my rating for it because it is the 14th volume. If you don't know, Spy Family is about the Forager family, who Lloyd Forager is a spy. He's trying to gather information on this like political guy, and he needs to have a fake family to try to get close to him basically. So he adopts this little girl who is a telepath, so she can read people's minds. So she knows he's a spy and she uses her abilities to kind of get him to adopt her. She's a small, cute little thing, Anya. And then he also needs to find a wife. So he marries Yor, who is an assassin, a secret assassin. So Lloyd doesn't know that Anya is a telepath and doesn't know that Yor is a assassin, and Yor doesn't know that Lloyd is a spy or that Anya is a telepath. So none of them know, except Anya knows, but she's only like 5 or 6, so she knows, and she's like really excited about it. It's cute. I did a terrible job of explaining what this is about, but it's a good manga. But yeah, other than that, I have been working on a little secret side project that I don't even know why I'm mentioning, because I don't really want to talk about it in case it doesn't pan out. Then I can just pretend that it never existed in the first place. But yeah, send good vibes, because I've been focusing a lot of my time and attention on that specifically to get that up and running. Also, Ellie, my dog, has been very, very sick. She's having lots of diarrhea, which is not good. And we thought at first it was because she ate like table food from my baby dropping food on the ground, because she just like comes up and snatches it. We thought maybe she just like something she ate just didn't agree with her, but it was like 6 days and she wasn't getting better. So we took her into the vet. They gave us special food and some medicine for her, and she's like finally on the upswing of things, getting back to normal. But yeah, that was a little concerning for a bit there. And yeah, it's been really hot here, like 80 degrees, which like September doesn't need to be that hot. I'm sick of the heat. I'm ready for cooler weather. The leaves are starting to change, which is really nice because it's giving the autumnal vibes, but now I need it to be like 50, 60 degrees, please. And mostly I'm just like excited for winter. The last couple years, winter has been like my season, which it's always been fall. I've always been a fall girly. And now I'm like, I don't really care about fall. I just want it to be winter. I want it to be Christmas more specifically. I want Christmas time. November and December I love because it's Christmas time in my household. November 1st, Christmas tree goes up. So yeah, even people are like, why don't you leave your fall decorations up for Thanksgiving? And I'm like, because then Christmas would only be up for a month, and that's not joyful at all. So I love Christmas so much, and I'm excited to watch Christmas movies. We've got some Christmas VHSs that we can watch. Klaus, best Christmas movie ever. Oh, I love it so much. But yeah, I am really ready for the cooler weather because this hot stuff is not my jam. Not my jam. It was fun for the summer, you know, when you could go swimming, even though I didn't really get to go swimming this summer, which is one of my favorite things to do in the summer next year. But yeah, I'm ready for cooler weather. I want to need a sweater when I go outside or a jacket. I want snow, and I'm ready. yeah. I am really excited for Halloween though. I'm really excited for Halloween because it'll be my baby's first Halloween. He's gonna be a pumpkin and he's gonna be so cute. I can't wait. Anyways, okay, so I'm gonna go now and I'll check back in when I make it a little further into In the Veins of the Drowning, or once I finish Spy Family. So I will see you all in the next update. Alright, hello everyone. I'm sorry if you can hear my husband and my baby in the other room. My baby is in the pterodactyl velociraptor screech phase, which is freaking adorable. But if you hear any like squawking, screeching, screaming, he's having a good time in there. Okay, so I have a couple reading updates, or really just one reading update. I did start and finish volume 14 of Spy Family. Really loved it. We got some backstory on Mr. Henderson, which is why he's on the cover here. I really like this guy. He is hilarious. He's got like a really dry sense of humor. But we got some cute little backstory of him, which was cute. We got a little more of Anya and Damien and their cute little like kindergartner little thing. But yeah, I really enjoy this volume. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I'm excited to pick up volume 15 whenever that comes in. And then I don't think I read any more since my last update of In the Veins of the Drowning, but I'm definitely going to read more of this tomorrow and hopefully get a little bit further. But yeah, that's it for this little update. So I'll see you in the next update. Hello everyone, I have some reading updates for you. So I finished In the Veins of the Drowning by Kaylee Cassidy today, and I really enjoyed this one. I'm not sure what I told you about this one, if I even gave a synopsis, but basically we are following the main character Imogen, who is a siren, but she has been like taken far away from the sea, and so she doesn't have like her powers or anything. She's basically been like up in the mountains her whole life and is being abused by this king, King Nemea, and one of the like rival kingdoms comes and she basically begs that king, King Theodore, to take her away from this place. She's tired of the way she's being treated and she just wants to escape because her betrothed, the captain, finds out that she's a siren. She like accidentally shifts in front of him, and in this kingdom sirens are like hunted and killed, and so he is just like another man that wants to like use and abuse her, and he is like gonna force this blood bond on her, and in the process she ends up drowning him, and so she's like, I need to get out of here, I need to leave. So she begs this other king, King Theodore, to like take her with him when he leaves, and basically it goes off from there. So she's like on the run from this other king. And there's a lot more that goes on. The writing is really, really good in this, and like it's very eerie and atmospheric. I love all of the like siren lore and all of the like seaside ship sea ambiance of this. It just really delivered, and I just really, really liked it. I'm giving it 5 stars. I absolutely loved this. There were some things where like the romance, I loved the romance, but it did feel like a tiny bit insta-lovey, but like well written, so it didn't like, it wasn't necessarily insta-love. It doesn't, okay, it does feel insta-lovey, but it doesn't. I wouldn't say this is insta-love. I just wish that there was a little bit more build-up with the romance. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I wish there was a little more build-up, because it's not like, you know, insta-love. Although there is an element in this that does make it slightly feel like that. I'm trying to say it without spoiling it. But anyways, I did wish there was a little bit more build up with the romance, although I did really like the romance. And then I will say, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in another vlog or whatever, but I think I'm just not into smut anymore. I used to absolutely love smut, and I was like, ooh, I can't wait for like the smutty scenes. The spicy scenes are so good, and now I just like skim read them because I just don't care. I'm like, I just don't care. Get back to the plot. So there is like a spicy scene in this where I was like, I don't care. I just like, it's cute. I'm so glad that you guys love each other, but like get back to the plot. But yeah, I really, really liked this. I'm very much looking forward to picking up the second book. I think it's gonna come out next summer sometime. This one came out in July, so I would assume that book 2 would come out like next July, but all I know is the title is In the Wake of the Ruined, which In the Veins of the Drowning and In the Wake of the Ruined, those are great titles. I love it. So yeah, really, really enjoyed this one. It's like one of the only siren romances that I've ever read, so I would like to read more. If you know of any other siren romances, let me know, because this was fantastic. And yeah, I loved the lore, loved the writing. Highly, highly recommend. 5 stars. And then I also started the audiobook for A Dark and Secret Magic by... I can't think of the name. I'll pop up the picture of the book cover, but basically this book was described to me as a love letter to October. It's very witchy, cozy, whimsical kind of feel. It follows the main character Hecate, and people call her Kate. And she is a hedge witch, and this Halloween, this birthday, her 31st birthday, some of her magic is going to be cut off because in her coven they have to pick like a specialized form of magic. And then we get a somewhat second chance romance with, I think the guy's name is Matthew. He is from like a different coven where they practice the forbidden magics, and he's like absolutely appalled by the fact that she is going to cut off some of her magic, or the fact that like she hasn't learned some like vital magic that she should know as a hedge witch. So it's kind of like, why is her coven doing this, and why are they keeping secrets? I definitely get why it's described as a love letter to October. It's very witchy, whimsical, cozy. The descriptions, especially around like the food that Kate makes, like it screams October, it screams autumn. So I'm having a really good time with this one. I'm about 20% of the way through, liking the audiobook. I think it's gonna be a fun little time. So yeah, I'm really getting into the October autumnal vibes. So I'll probably continue to read that one for the week. I'm hoping that I can finish it and fit another book or two even into this vlog, so we shall see. But yeah, other than that, I've just been having a good weekend. I'm sad that it's coming to an end. It's Sunday, so I've got the Sunday scaries for sure. I did film a plan with me video, October plan with me, for my Patreon. I included some footage of that, but the full video is going to be up on my Patreon. I planned like the monthly spread of October and then like each week, so it's 5 weeks in October. So I mostly just, I did plan the first like 2 weeks where I know my plans, and then the last weeks I kind of just decorated the planner because I don't know what my to-do list is going to be 3 weeks from now. So I'll fill that in as I go. That's basically what I've been up to since our last update. I guess I will check back in when I read more of A Dark and Secret Magic. So I'll see you in the next update.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, as any to see the horizon in the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a rage. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow.
Alright, hello everyone. It is Sunday now. It's October 5th, and I have some things to update you on. So I guess the first thing I want to talk about is Taylor's new album. Let me know if you are a Swiftie, or if you're not. I mean, if you're not, you're probably like annoyed by all the hype around it and everything, but let me know what you think of the album and what your favorite song is, or your top 3 if you can't pick a favorite. I absolutely love this album. I think it's so fun, and I love the like peppy vibes of the songs and stuff. My favorite song right now is Cancelled. I love that one. It's such a banger. I also really love The Fate of Ophelia and Elizabeth Taylor and Actually Romantic. Those are like my top favorites. And Wishlist, that would be my top 5 if I had to pick top 5. But yeah, Cancelled is my favorite right now. And I went to the release party of a Showgirl, like the movie, where you could see the music video and like behind the scenes stuff, and then all of the lyrics videos. I went with my friend Casey today, and it was so much fun. I loved the music video. I loved it. And then like getting to see all the behind the scenes stuff. I wish that she did that for like all of her music videos, because that was so much fun to see all the behind the scenes stuff. I had on my 1989 cardigan. I did have on a Taylor shirt that says Karma is a cat and has a little black cat on it with a little witch hat, which is adorable, but I got baby puke on that, so I had to take that off. But I do really love that shirt. But yeah, I got the 1989 cardigan off of Depop for a really, really good price. So I'm very excited about that, because I didn't originally buy one. I haven't bought a Taylor cardigan just because, I don't know, I could never justify the price, I guess, because they're like really expensive, but it's really nice quality. And 1989 is my favorite album, and blue is my favorite color. So I was gonna get this one, but then for some reason I didn't like this blue. I thought it was going to be more of like a sky blue to like match the sky in the back of like 1989's album artwork. So when I saw this blue, I was like, maybe I don't want that. But now that I have it, I'm so glad that I have it. But yeah, I got it off of Depop for like $30. So I was really pumped about that. Anyways, I'm going on and on about the cardigan. But let's talk about my reading now. So I finished In the Veins of the Drowning, which I talked about. I think in my last update though, I like originally said I was gonna give it 5 stars. And now that I've like had a few days of having read it and now, you know, distance from it, I guess, I think I'm realistically gonna give it 4 stars. I really, really loved it, and I'm super excited for the second book, but I don't think it's like up to a 5-star. I think I maybe was just like excited that I was having fun reading a fantasy romance. But yeah, I think it's more like a 4-star. If I'm being like nitpicky with my ratings, it's probably like a 4.25. If I wanted to do quarter stars, but yeah, I changed my rating on Goodreads to a 4-star because I think that's more where it's at. Even though I did really love it. I don't want it to sound like I'm loving it less. It's just that's realistically what my rating is. Anyways, after I finished that, I started listening to the audiobook of A Dark and Secret Magic by Wallace Kinney, and I'm like 60% of the way through that now, I want to say. I think I talked a little bit about what this book is about, but I picked it up because it said it was like a love letter to October, and I 100% agree with that. The vibes in this book are so, so good. It's giving me what I wanted the X-Hex to give me. I liked the X-Hex, but I didn't like the romance very much in that one. The vibes in that one were phenomenal though, but I ended up giving that book 3 stars. This is like everything I wanted from an autumnal witchy, like cozy witchy romance. It's so cute. I love it. I love the romance and like the little like, small town vibes of it, and like the autumnal atmosphere, and like there's like a fall festival going on, and they do like a pumpkin carving contest, and it's really like close to Halloween. I think it's literally set like during the month of October, and then all of like the witchiness of it and like the magic in this book is so good. and it's so cozy and cute. I'm just absolutely having the best time. This was the perfect time to read this book. I'm just having a grand old time. So yeah, I'm hoping that I can finish that one, you know, this week. Like I said, I think I'm about 60% of the way through, but I would highly recommend this book. Even like if you are like a binge reader, if you can read a book in a single sitting, this would be a good one to read on Halloween or like the day before Halloween, like on Devil's Night. Like, oh, it's so good. It's so cute. I love it so much. But yeah, I feel like there was something else that I wanted to talk about in this update, but I literally can't remember what it could be. So I don't know. I guess just the reading update about A Dark and Secret Magic and TS12. So yeah, let me know what you think of the album and what your favorite songs are, because I'm just really having a good time with this album. And yeah, I hope I don't know, that you're having a good October, because I'm having a fantastic start to the October. Oh, I was gonna say, I went to like a fall festival with my mom called Autumn Acres, with my mom and Brandon, and then my little guy, my baby, and we had a really good time there. I think I put some B-roll in. It was so cute because we got pictures of my baby like in the pumpkin patch, and it was so cute. He had a little bib on that said a little pumpkin, and he was like so adorable. And then this coming weekend, next weekend, we're going to a like, it's called the Fall Fest, but it's not like a fall festival at all. It's kind of like a flea market style thing where like different vendors come with their wares and their like stuff, and we went last year. I was gonna say we go every year, but that's not true. We went last year, and I think the time before that was like 5 years before, but we're going to that this year, so I'm excited for that. I did that in last year's vlog in my like fall spooky Fright Night extravaganza with my friend Casey, where we went to that thing and then we came home and we carved pumpkins and we made Halloween like treats, and we watched the Phantom of the Opera and Halloween Town was on in the background, and we had like a good fall time. And we played like a murder mystery game where we actually were the detectives and had to solve the mystery. That was so much fun. I think it was called Death at the Dive Bar. If you haven't played those games, you should. And if you haven't watched that vlog, you should, because that was a really fun vlog to film. But yeah, those are my updates. That's all I wanted to talk about. So I will see you all in the next update.
First and probably only PSL of the season. Tell me why this was $6.
All right, hello everyone. It has been a while now since my last update. I got really sick. My baby was sick. I had to take him to the doctor, and then I got really sick. And then I had to go to the doctor, and they didn't give me any answers really. They just said it was like a viral thing. I went in because my throat, like my tonsils, look exactly how they look every time that I've ever been diagnosed with strep. I was like, my throat was so sore. Like, I was already sick and my throat was sore. And then one day it was like the worst that it's been. And I was like, let me just shine a flashlight and take a look at my throat. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's, first of all, disgusting. But second of all, like, that's bad. I need to go to the clinic because every other time that my throat has looked like this, I've had strep. And so I was like, so sure. I was like, I need to get on antibiotics. I need to get to the doctor. And they swabbed me and were like, no, it's negative. It's just a viral thing. You just have to wait it out. And I was like, okay, whatever you say. Like, obviously, the test came back negative. So it's like very rare for them to be like a false negative or whatever. But yeah, I was in some real pain with my throat. Like, any kind of swallowing, it like hurt to talk. And drinking and eating was difficult. So anyways, I'm much better now, if you can't tell. I took the day off when it like hurt so bad that I couldn't talk. So I rested for most of that day and just had a chill day, and within like 24 hours I was already feeling way better. And it's been a couple days since then and I'm feeling like back to normal. So that's good. That was awful. Anyways, I wanted to give you my reading updates because I finished the book I was reading and also a whole other book since our last update. So I finished A Dark and Secret Magic by Wallace Kinney, and I really, really enjoyed this one. I thought that it gave all of the autumnal vibes that I was hoping for. It was cozy and whimsical while still having like some darker elements to it. It's not dark. I wouldn't call it dark, but darker, I guess. But very cozy, very autumnal, very witchy, everything I wanted from it. So I finished that one and then like almost immediately jumped into another cozy, witchy book called Rewitched by Lucy Jane Wood, I think is the author's name. I heard Jody from Vanilla Moon talking about this book last year and saying how much she really liked it and like how she related to the main character and stuff. And I added it to my want to read list on Goodreads, and I didn't get a chance to pick it back up then. So this year I kind of wanted to like prioritize it, make a point to read it this year. So it follows the main character, Belle. Her full name's Belladonna, and she is turning 30, and on a witch's 30th birthday they have to do this thing called the Equi-Witch trials, which she had no idea about, but basically it's to like test their magic and decide if they get to keep their magic or not. And so she had no idea about this, and she has just been living like a quiet little life as a bookseller, using her magic for very like mundane things like stirring her tea and stuff like that. She has a little familiar named Jinx, a little cat. But yeah, so she's like freaking out because she hasn't really done anything with her magic, and now they're telling her that it's going to be taken away. And so they give her 1 month to do like this mentorship with another witch, so that she can like learn more about her magic and redo the trial on Halloween so she can hopefully keep her magic then. And this mentor that she is assigned to is this recluse little old man. He's adorable, and he's got like a little bit of a dark past, and everybody is kind of like, I don't know about this guy, like good luck with him. He like killed his brother to try to take his magic, and yeah, he's got like excommunicated from the coven basically, but good luck. And then Belle like gets to know him a little bit more, and he's basically like this sweet old man, so she's like, there's gotta be more to the story. But anyways, they like are working on like building up her magic and having her learn more about her magic, and she always doubts herself, which is kind of why she hasn't like done a lot with her magic, because she's got like this, yeah, like the self-doubt and stuff like that. And there's like some stuff that's going on with her magic that shouldn't be, so there's that mystery element. And then there's also like a small little side plot romance with her watchman, who is someone from the coven who is like assigned to protect her basically until her trial. So yeah, Rune. But yeah, I wouldn't call this a romance book because it's very much more focused on Belle and her like self-discovery and like gaining her confidence and working with her magic and stuff like that, rather than like this very small portion of the book is like about the romance. The romance is cute and I like it, but yeah, that is basically what Rewitched is about. And I read that and I absolutely loved it. It gives all of the cozy, whimsical, witchy vibes. It's set during the month of October, so again, it's like the perfect time to read it. So if you haven't read this one yet, I would recommend it if you want cozy, witchy times. I really liked the audiobook. The narrator, I can't remember, Evie Hargreaves, maybe? I can't remember the narrator's name, but I really liked her. And I know this author has another book that she released this September called Uncharmed, which I don't think I'm going to be able to get to this year. Maybe I will. But yeah, I really loved Rewitched, so I really like this author's writing, so I'm definitely going to pick up Uncharmed at some point. I might save it, though, for next October. But yeah, other than that, just basically trying to survive with my illness. But I know I included B-roll, but my friend Kara sent me a package of a bunch of Happy Planner sticker books, which these are so cute. This one is like a seasonal one. You can kind of see some of the stuff. So there's a bunch of different, there's like Christmas stuff, Halloween stuff, spring stuff, summer stuff. Then this one is like a little teacher one, which is also cute. It's got little apples and crayons and stuff like that. And then this one is like a black and gold kind of floral one, which is really cute. And then she also got me a gift card to Michael's because she knows how much I love my Happy Planner, and she's like, you can get a new Happy Planner then. So this was like my belated birthday gift from her. So thank you so much, Kara. I have already browsed Michael's online and found the planner that I want to get, which is great because I need a new one for next year and I haven't picked one yet. So thank you very much, Kara. Other than that, I have been highly focused on my like side projects, which I think I maybe mentioned them a little bit, but I don't think I talked about them at all. But basically I opened an Etsy store for digital downloadable invitations. So if you or anyone you know needs some digital, like print it yourself invitations or evites or anything like that, my Etsy store is Hannah Rose Invites, and I will put that in the description down below in case you wanted to check it out. But yeah, I am hoping that that doesn't like completely flop. I've also started posting like teacher resources and like workbooks and stuff like that on Teachers Pay Teachers. Again, hopefully that doesn't flop. I've already sold some stuff, which is kind of nice, but yeah, I'm trying to get into the passive income of digital downloadable products, but I've been working like a dog to get those up. So, but yeah, once they're posted, then like the work is done. It's getting like the stock up on those shops and stuff like that is taking up a lot of time. So anyways, that is it for this reading vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed my little autumnal spooky season style vlog where I do lots of autumnal things. I had a good time getting into the spirit of fall, but now I'm ready for Christmas. So we still have a couple weeks left of October, and I'm excited because like it's my baby's first Halloween, so he's gonna be the cutest little pumpkin. I can't wait to put him in his costume and put him in his stroller and stroll around while like other kids are all dressed up and doing trick-or-treating and stuff like that. It's gonna be so fun. But I cannot even begin to tell you how excited I am for winter and specifically Christmas season. Like, I can't wait to decorate. I can't wait to put up my Christmas tree. I can't wait to take pictures in family matching Christmas pajamas and make a Christmas card. I've never made a Christmas card before. I'm making a family Christmas card this year. I'm so excited. I literally am so excited. And some of you are probably like, girl, chill. It is not even close to Christmas yet, but I'm so excited. Anyways, like I said, that is going to be it for this video. So thank you again so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want more content from me, you can check out my Patreon link down below. Again, if you want to check out my Etsy store for the invitations, I'll leave that link down below as well. I have all kinds of links down in the description. You can kind of scroll through. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all in my next one. Bye.